During my service in the United States Navy, I had the privilege to meet Admiral Elmo Zumwalt's family. And during our conversation, his daughter, Anne Zumwalt, shared a lesson with me that has stayed with me ever since. When her father served as Chief of Naval Operations, he implemented sweeping, long overdue reforms to discriminatory racial and sexist policies that had plagued our Navy for decades. These reforms were met with staunch opposition from many who were comfortable with the status quo. But Anne told me that didn't slow the Admiral down. Admiral Zumwalt's quiet resolve and tenacity demonstrated that if you're trying to create meaningful change, criticism is not necessarily a sign that you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's a sign that you're doing something important. As leaders, it's natural to want everyone to agree with our decisions. We want approval. We want validation. But meaningful leadership often requires us to challenge the way things have always been done. And when we do, resistance shouldn't surprise us. Every worthwhile change creates some discomfort. Now, that doesn't mean that every criticism should be ignored. In fact, good leaders listen carefully. They seek feedback. They remain humble enough to admit when they're wrong. But they also learn to distinguish between criticism that improves the mission and criticism that simply resists change. Anne left me with a phrase that I've carried ever since. Lean forward. To me, that means having the courage to move towards what you believe is right, even when it's uncomfortable. Not because you're certain you'll succeed, but because leadership requires the courage to keep moving when standing still feels safer. Sometimes the greatest resistance is evidence that you're moving something worth moving. Lean forward.